guys, so today I'm here to do a book tag and I'm going to be doing the Booktube Real Talk Tag. So this is a tag that's been around for a long time and I've never done it, and I was actually tagged in the 2.0 version because we've had enough time that a second version has evolved, and I was tagged by Grace from G Sizzle Books and Kat from Stars and Embers, so thank you so much for tagging me like last year. But I knew I wanted to do the first part, but I also didn't want to combine them because then I would be doing a lot of talking, and I'm finally here to do the tag before the tag I was tagged in. So hopefully I'll have 2.0 at some point in the next couple of weeks, because like I don't really have like a schedule right now of what videos I want, but I'm sure stuff's gonna start happening. But I'm still excited to do this tag and just talk about some booktube stuff. Okay, question number one, what's something nobody told you about booktube before you started your channel? Well, just saying, no one told me anything because I didn't know anyone on booktube when I started. My first experience with YouTube was watching Sasha from A Book to Utopia and just being obsessed with her videos and then finding everyone else, and then I decided I wanted to do it. But I didn't have any like really big readers around me at the time, and it was only after a while that some of my friends started to get into readings because I was reading so much, so they got into reading and then we all talked about books together. But really there wasn't a lot of info that I got about it all. All I was excited about was, yeah, I'm going to talk about books and videos and just everything. But I definitely think something that people didn't tell me is how long it actually takes you to edit videos and think of video ideas and maintaining it. And I have maintained it for 5 years, but I do feel like I am slowly dwindling in the amount of content that I'm actually uploading, which I am sorry about. But it's the best thing for me now is just kind of to upload sporadically. Like at least it's always going to be once a week, but if I upload like twice a week, I'm probably got really excited about those videos. But I do find that it is quite draining when if you don't feel like it, and then you have to film a video and then you have to edit that video and then you have to wait for it to upload and you have to talk, and like it's a lot. And I didn't realize how much it was going to be, and especially at the start, because I couldn't talk on camera for shit because everything was so hard and you're talking to yourself. Like even though you guys are seeing me, this is still like, not that it's awkward anymore that I'm just staring at a camera talking right now, it doesn't really bother me anymore, but at the start it was weird because you're sitting here like, oh my god, I have to like talk to myself, and it's hard. So definitely the time management is the big thing that I didn't know about before I started booktube. Okay, number two, what is your opinion on typical booktube videos, i.e. wrap-ups, TBRs, hauls? I love them. It is so good to have a structure, and I know a lot of booktubers are trying to get away from it, which is fine, but I cannot pass up a good old wrap up because I like to see what people are reading. And I don't do TBR videos unless it's for a readathon, because I thought it would kill me having to pick what books I read and force myself to read them, and if I didn't get them all done I would feel really shit about myself. So I don't do TBRs unless it's for a readathon, because yeah, you can still feel shit because you didn't get to it, but it's a fun experience anyway because you're trying to read as much as you can, and even if you don't get to them then that's fine. So readathons are the only time I do TBR videos, but I love filming my wrap-ups. I love talking about the books that I read, and like book hauls, of course I film a lot of book hauls because I always end up buying a lot of books. Like I can't even, like I just can't even, because I get so many, and the past 5 years it's been a real struggle trying not to buy them as much. But as you can see, there are a lot of books behind me. That freaks me out very often, even though at the moment I've been like reading quite frequently. It would take a million years to get that TBR to 0, so I'm either gonna have to just keep reading or unhaul like half of them, which I don't really want to do. Like there might be some, but I'm just leaving it for the moment and just seeing what I read and everything. But I definitely like the structure of these typical booktube videos, and they really have helped my channel. Okay, number three, what is an assumption you had about booktube before you joined, and was it proven to be correct or not? My assumption is I would have so many subscribers that it would not be funny. Oh my god, I am not up myself. I just assumed that there would be so many people who would want to watch my videos and I would be a part of the community and I'd be one of the people that they talk about, but it never happened. I haven't even hit 500 subscribers yet. I've been on here for 5 years, and that can be sad, and sometimes I wonder what is the point, because no one really watches me except for a handful of people who are like my favorite people ever. But seriously, it does get hard when you're putting content out there and you make a video that you really enjoy and then it gets 10 views and you're like, is it worth my time? So that is definitely an assumption that was proven wrong, because I didn't get a heap of subscribers like I wished. But it doesn't matter. Like I think we all kind of hope that we're gonna get suddenly be famous and be one of the people that everyone talks about, but it is the assumption I had. It was proven wrong, but I am still happy with my channel. It is a way for me to look back at my reading life throughout the years. But the same as you could use Goodreads for that, but it's just my video diary of my reading life. So number four is, what is something you've done that has actually helped you grow your audience? Can I say filming book reviews? Because other than that, that, I don't think I've really done anything. Like, I have never had a big spike of people just suddenly on my channel, but out of my most popular videos, the top 20, like 15 of them are book reviews, because people seem to connect with me through my thoughts and feelings on reading books. And like, I always feel like I'm not the best reviewer, but people do comment on them and say that they really appreciated my feelings and my thoughts, and they totally agreed with me, and it makes me feel really nice that people are saying that I am good at it, even though it's still something that I'm like, yeah, but am I? So it is a very nice feeling to have that. But I do really enjoy filming them, and I don't film as many as I used to, because I used to film a book review for every single one of my anticipated reads that I read. So even if I didn't like it, even if I didn't want to film a review, I had to film a review. That's why I had a shit ton probably between like the 2016 17 range, but then I kind of stopped after 2018. I think if I film a review now, it's either I really loved it or I really hated it, or there's some weird in between feelings that I have that I need to talk about. But I do think making them is probably the biggest contribution I've done. There's not much else that I do. I feel like, is there more I should be doing? Like, am I not doing enough? Like, who knows? So number 5 is, what is a common mistake you see new booktubers making, or one that you made? I feel like I'm gonna be a generic answer, a bit like not being original, which is a funny thing to say because we do have a whole standard list of videos that we film, but sometimes I do see people just being like extra loud or extra flamboyant, or like going off a script, or even like saying things that other people have used. But really, you got to try to make your own personality and your own opinions. And like, yeah, I probably did this at the start too, but again, it's something that probably comes with like learning to talk on the camera for the first time, is you don't really know who you are as a person. And now I'm just here like, but really it is important to just have your own identity and to really enjoy what you do. And probably another mistake is to buy way too many books so that you have a really big collection, like I did, because that is definitely a mistake I made. And also for the fact that if you are on Booktube, you start to feel the stress of needing to read as much as you can. The year before I started Booktube, I read 24 books in that year. The next year, when I just started in Booktube, I read 60, and then after that, I maintained 100 books a year for quite a while. But now, it's more like 80, which is totally fine with me, because back beforehand, I really didn't spend a lot of time reading, but I do enjoy reading. It's okay to go through paths where it's like, yeah, I might not have new content for my channel, but I'm not forcing myself to read and totally hating it. And I feel like I've been on that edge for the past 2 years, trying not to like go over it. But sometimes you do, sometimes you come back, but it can get really hard. But I definitely think, yeah, just trying to have your own personality and buy books if you want to, but don't buy them just because of Booktube. Hey, number 6 is, what are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsorships? Well, I don't see any issues with it. I know an issue that people are saying is that they think they should get paid for it, but I do think it's really good that they do send you the books for free, or merch for free, or different things that are happening for free. I'm a very small channel, so I don't really get sent books very often, but I have reviewed for Bloomsbury before, and I've also reviewed for Pan Macmillan, and that's kind of like ongoing. I haven't been given a book from them for like a few months, but it's just totally fine. And I do sometimes get unsolicited books from them that they think I will enjoy, and sometimes I request books, but it's like been a really fun partnership with them, just to be able to talk about the books, have a lot of fun. But I don't see any issues with it. I think it's a great part of Booktube that we're really promoting these books. The only time that I think is bad is that even if you hated the book, you still say it's a good book, and then other people will read it, then they'll hate it, then it comes a whole cycle. So I do think if you're gonna do reviews, you should speak with your true feelings, because it's not good to lie about reviewing. But other than that, I do think it's a fun thing to have on Booktube, and it's just like, I feel like it brings people close together. And the last question is, do you think Booktube is dying? So when this tag was created like 2 or 3 years ago, this was a question, and I do think that 3 years later we're still going pretty strong. So I'm gonna say no. Like, yeah, there is a lot of channels now that are slowly dying out, which is quite sad. And a lot of people who have gotten older and they're growing different, and their channels are becoming other things. But I don't think Booktube's dying. I think we're still all in this together, and we do have a lot of fun, you know, talking to each other and reading and just like sharing our passions for what we enjoy. So I don't think it's dying, and I really hope it doesn't. It would be sad if suddenly everyone stopped making videos, but we would move on. It would still be sad, but we would move on. But I'm gonna say a no. Okay guys, so that is all my thoughts and feelings on the Real Talk Booktube tag. Hope you enjoyed. This was fun, just discussing things without having to hold up a book. Like, not that that's a bad thing, but I like just sometimes talking without having certain book titles in the video. And I'm not gonna tag anyone, because I'm pretty sure everyone and their mum has done this tag except for me. So I'm finally in the band. I'm a groupie to this tag, so I am pretty excited that I've finally done it. And part 2, as I said, will be coming at some point. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!